Recently, a friend asked me about my feelings towards Christmas and if I was still planning to celebrate it now that I'm no longer a Christian. It hadn't even crossed my mind, probably because it's such an ingrained cultural practice. The thought that I might forgo the holiday altogether hadn't even occurred to me, even though I used to be the type to remind myself and others that Jesus was the reason for the season. Growing up, I was never taught to believe in Santa Claus, and my parents would have my brother and I act out the nativity story as they read it aloud. After I'd birthed baby Jesus, a baby doll to represent Jesus, and swaddled him, he was placed in a manger that sat in front of our tree, and he would remain there for weeks as a reminder. But as I sit and reflect on Christmases growing up, there are some things that were ingrained in me that I do appreciate, and some things that I even miss. There were many years growing up that we struggled as a family, so Christmas often wasn't big or extravagant. However, there was a tradition that no matter what, we always held to. Each of us would receive 3 gifts, which meant, in our family of 4 at the time, that we received 1 gift from each person and gave them one in return. From a very young age, my brother and I would be tasked for picking gifts that we would give to Mom, Dad, and each other, and when we were old enough, we would even use our own money to buy them. It taught me to be generous and thoughtful, and that a precious gift didn't have to be large or expensive, it just had to come from the heart. I really appreciate that, and I'm thankful that it was part of my Christmas tradition growing up, because although I didn't realize it at the time, in my heart, Christmas is anchored in expressing love to the people who are most important to me and accepting it from them in return. And because of that, I think Christmas will continue to be a cherished time for me as I build my new family with dear friends and my spouse whom I adore. Christmas and the holiday season in general is a difficult time for many people. Between seasonal depression, grief, loneliness, and financial burdens, many have a difficult time just getting by. This difficulty brings me to one of the traditions that was a regular part of my Christmas in the past that I really miss. Each year, my dad would take his guitar, sheet music, and the children and youth kids from our church to sing Christmas carols at the local nursing homes. After, we would spend time with the residents there, talking to them, playing checkers and other games. It meant so much to them to have visitors, and they were always so grateful. I can't even fathom what it would be like in their shoes, to have lived long, full lives with careers, hobbies, love, many having raised families, seen grandchildren and even great-grandchildren brought into the world, only now to feel lonely, forgotten, and abandoned. Of course, not all, but unfortunately, it seems like a common sentiment and experience among the elderly. Since remembering this, it's been weighing very heavily on my heart. And so, I encourage all of you, and myself, if you're able to do so, reach out to your elderly relatives during this time. Help them feel loved and seen, and even consider what you can do to support those in local nursing homes who don't have family who visit. It would mean the world to a lot of them, I'm sure. And they are humans who deserve dignity and respect, and unfortunately, they don't always get it. So on that sobering note, I hope you have a good end to your year. I will not be uploading a Sunday Scaries on Christmas Day, as I'll be visiting my in-laws, but I will resume the following week if all goes well. I would like to thank Melissa for recommending Ex-Fundy Diaries. You were right, I do have a lot in common with them. Cranky Elder God, I would like to thank you for recommending Theremin Trees. Their content on religious abuse and trauma really resonates with me, and it's been very helpful. Thanks as well to everyone who subscribed. It means so much to be heard and to have people who actually want to listen. And thank you to everyone who's watched to the end of this video. Have a great day and a great weekend. Bye!